What is up, guys? Welcome back to the news with TK. And something I didn't expect to be covering over here was EPA policy and some of the things that have been changing. But the largest deregulation effort ever in American history went down yesterday. And it went down with Lee Zeldin basically telling reporters that, no, we're not rolling back emissions, we're eliminating emissions. Roll it.
Global policy, and those are a sample of many of the references used while developing that preamble. Next question.
This is the final question, sir.
Garrett Bergquist, Wish TV, Indianapolis. In effect, if placed into effect as currently envisioned, does this rule effectively reset the emission standards for autos, light, medium, heavy-duty trucks back to 2008 standards? What sorts of things will be left in place? What will be taken out?
As it relates to greenhouse gas emission standards on light-duty, medium-duty, and heavy-duty, it doesn't reset anything. It eliminates everything.
So what does this mean? This is my news. I have an automotive channel and I cover this extensively over there, but what does this mean? Well, it means if you have a car, a truck, a light duty truck, medium, heavy duty, and those light, medium, and heavy duty usually are diesels, or if you have a gasoline truck or a gasoline car, it means your tailpipe emissions can't be used against you. It's basically going to be like this whole finding of car emissions being dangerous is miss me with that crap, right? And I've already seen the comments, oh, well, then how come you can't park in the garage? And Carbon monoxide is not the same thing as what they're claiming. They're claiming NOx, greenhouse gas, all this other stuff that come from emissions is endangering the public because of the climate. Wrong. And I'm glad that the Trump administration has come in and basically said, hey, we're not doing this bullshit anymore. All this extra bullshit that y'all are doing, that's over. What does this mean? Well, I've had lots of comments over on my automotive channel. Does it mean I can delete my diesel truck? It's up for comment right now. So you have 44 more days before the rule could be put into place and take effect. What happens once it takes effect? Well, all the other states, all 50 states would have to abide by it. None of the states have waivers, which means it would end smog checks in every state that does it. It would allow manufacturers to build trucks that don't have diesel exhaust fluid, no EGR, no DPF, none of these systems on the truck that make them unreliable and expensive as hell, by the way. Same thing on the gasoline side. It would get rid of the cylinder deactivation stuff, lots of things that cause the Hemi tick if you're a Dodge or a Ram guy. It would stop, Chevy Silverados and GMC Sierras from blowing up, from lifters getting stuck going between 4-cylinder and 8-cylinder mode. It's just a net win all the way around. There's no other way to say this. It's a net win. It's going to lower automotive costs. It's going to make it cheaper for manufacturers to build these cars. And guess what? They're going to be more reliable too, because they're not going to have these overburdened systems on board that cause these vehicles to be reliable. When I was growing up, a diesel truck, right? I would regularly see these trucks 400, 500, 600,000 miles. I'm talking pickup trucks. All right. Not saying you had to fix anything in that time period, but 400, 500, 600,000 miles on the regular, right? Now you got these trucks blowing up at 100,000, 120, 130. Yeah, I know there's exceptions and people get 230, 300 out of them with lots of maintenance. But when these emission systems go bad, you get all the white smoke, all the crap, the thing fails. Thousands upon thousands of dollars. It's like owning, and I know because I have a BMW M5, it's like owning a BMW. Those are expensive to maintain. So is a diesel truck. Think about this for your daily supply and needs, right? Semi trucks no longer have to do this crap, right? It makes fleets that way cheaper to operate. Which, what happens if it costs less to bring a product from one point to the other? Oh, yeah. Prices come down, which it's going to bring prices down on vehicles, groceries, products, all kinds of stuff, simply because they don't have to do this anymore. I think it's a great policy. It seems like complete common sense to me, and I can't wait for it to take effect. And I know people are like, well, does that mean I can delete my diesel after this comes into effect? Yeah. Section 209 will no longer Section 209 of the Clean Air Act will no longer cover automobiles because the endangerment finding is gone. So tailpipe emissions are no longer covered under the Clean Air Act. So removing an emission system off a vehicle has nothing to do with the Clean Air Act, unless they want to make a whole new law about it. But I don't see it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you didn't know about my automotive channel, it's a lot larger. You can go check it out if you want, TK's Garage. I talked a little bit more in depth about this. We had some more clips and some other things, but that's going to do it for this video. Until next time, stay petty, my friends.